Hello and welcome back to Awesome Toys TV Studio. Today we are looking at C3 AFA Summer in Tokyo, Japan. And first up, we were actually expecting a new master grade to be released today, or actually over the weekend, but on the first day it seems like Bandai didn't show off any new master grade, even though it's teased there was supposed to be a new master grade reveal at C3 AFA. So we'll check back in tomorrow and see what will be that master grade that Bandai is going to announce. Of course, now you're probably wondering, hey, what's up with these cosplayers and standing next to those huge Sazabi and also the new Gundam? Well, basically SANKYU, the brand, is actually launching a new pachinko machine. So what a way to market the product at C3 AFA, right? With very sexy looking cosplayers with both Char and also Amuro, and also with that big statue of new Gundam and Sazabi. Well, colors impressed, and I have to say it definitely caught our attention, and I'm sure a lot of the Japanese guys will be going to the pachinko machines when they're made available. So there are two different versions of pachinko machine that's going to be made available. One is the Char and one is the Amuro version. It's quite interesting that pachinko never really took off outside of Japan. I was also quite wondering why. Yeah. So for those of you who actually played with pachinko machine before, hey, let us know what you think of the new display table layout. There are also new Metal Build Gundam that's released today. Well, they're not really new, but just different version. First up is the Metal Build Gundam Astray Red Frame Kai. This is the alternate strike version, and I don't know, I mean, if you guys are into Metal Build, I guess you should be happy. There's also a new Metal Build Gundam Astray Blue Frame second revised version. So for those of you who collect Metal Build, I suppose you guys should start lining up your pockets and start getting these two. I will have to say that the Red Frame Kai definitely looks a lot better, and the backpack with the black color blades definitely looks a lot better. I don't remember if the Perfect Grades actually have this black, red and white color combination. I could be mistaken, but I maybe need to recheck that. So those are some of the interesting stuff that's been announced so far by Bandai. There's actually something very important that we will be sharing of what happened at C3 AFA Day 1, but that will be at the end of the video, so we'll share that with you. This was actually quite unexpected. I didn't expect Bandai to release the Iron Leaguer in Chogokin form. For me, wow, this is a anime that I've never seen before, and I have no idea what this anime is all about. But you know, looks like Bandai decided to release all the Chogokin version of the main characters. And I have to say, if I know the animes and I know the characters, I would have to say that the actual product itself looks really good in that metallic finishing, right? I will have to say, if you love this series, go and get it. It's going to be available sometime in November. Sorry, I got a little bit of a sore throat there. It's going to be available sometime in November. So if you guys are big fans of Iron Leaguer, go and check it out. If you don't know what this series is all about, we'll put a link down below so you can check out the series that's been teased by Bandai itself. There's also something new on the Gundam front. There is the Mobile Suit Ensemble 12. Well, each is only 500 yen, and they now have the Recon Gunista G and also the Xaku and everything else. So there's only 4 is being available, I mean at least teased at C3 AFA right now. So if you're into the Recon Gunista G, yeah, it's kind of a mouthful to pronounce every single time, you should definitely go and get them. This is not the big news for today actually. I think the big news I will share later. Let's talk more about the Bandai's offering. There's also this new Solid Essence collection where they're selling those very small candy toys, I would say. So you have your regular Xaku, Gundam, Zagok, you know, Gilong, everyone is available. So not sure when these guys are available, but I believe this will be sometime late Q4 because these are just practically candy toys. So I'm not very excited with the Solid Essence collection, and they are actually Ichiban Kuji, so it's pretty much a lottery system, right? The one that I'm actually quite excited about is this guy. It's gonna be the mobile pod ball, or the ball mobile suit, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be available in Gashapon format, capsule toy, sorry. I'm actually quite excited about this, right? I mean, so far Gundam has released the RX-78 heads, Xaku heads, and now the polypod ball. I mean, hopefully they will also release some other variations of the Sazabi, maybe. Well, let's see how it goes, right? I'm actually quite excited about this, so I'm not sure about you guys. I think at 400 yen, it's definitely very, very affordable. You know, I would want to buy one or two to actually panel line them and maybe do some better damage on them. It doesn't seem to be the same version as the Gachapon Gundam heads that we've seen before. It does seem to be a single piece that you buy and you open up. The biggest news today, I think you guys probably already know this, Games Workshop is collaborating with Bandai, and finally I get to see a clearer shot of the actual prototype. And if you're asking me, hey, is this a figure? Is this a plastic model kit? What is this? Well, I don't know because it's not listed in terms of the scale. Is it 1/100, 1/144? I don't really know. But in terms of the Warhammer 40k, this guy definitely looks like a PLA model kit. And I'm actually quite excited to get my hands on this kit, right? Because as you know, Games Workshop also released some new paint. So imagine painting those soldiers together with the paint from Citadel himself. That'll be quite interesting. There is someone who actually released a 1/47 scale Granddaddy that is supposed to be anime accurate, and when you look at this, it definitely looks really nice. I would have to say, in terms of scale, this is I don't know whether this is a PLA model kit. I don't think it's a PLA model kit. It looks like a fixed Sofubi Gundam Granddaddy RX-78-2, and it's going for 25,000 yen. It's not cheap, but then again, at that size, 1/47 scale, it definitely looks very anime accurate. Sharp, boxy shoulder armor, and you can see everything is very accurate to the anime or original design of the Gundam. The only thing that they couldn't get right is, if you look at the Vulcan heads, the two Vulcan heads, they didn't manage to paint those yellow. I think they had some issues with the production, so they found it very, very challenging. But then again, if you're buying that 1/47 scale Gundam, I'm sure you'll be able to paint it yourself, right? I don't think that's a very big issue. And we didn't really expect this to come from Bandai Banpresto, but they nevertheless released a Ichiban Kuji Mobile Suit Conclusion. I'm not sure why it's called Conclusion, but I have to say this new Gundam, maybe it's a final form, I don't really know, but it's a Banpresto Ichiban Kuji version, so it's RX-93 new Gundam, definitely worth checking it out. If you can actually draw the lottery. So if you guys remember, Ichiban Kuji is a lottery system, right? You actually have to draw lotteries to win it. So good luck to you guys on the Mobile Suit Conclusion. Now this is the one that I've been keeping all the way to almost the end. I think this is quite an interesting product. It's considered as a third party. Basically, this is the Xaku Zwei going in at a first 1/100 scale model kit. I don't know, I think it looks like a resin kit, but I have to say it looks freaking amazing. Tons of details, and it's really big as well in terms of the box, right? If you ask me, hey, didn't Bandai release a Xaku Zwei before? Yes, they have, in a Gachapon format, and even then that was going at about 4,000 plus yen, because this is supposed to be a very huge mobile armor, mobile suit. I don't know what is the right terminology for this guy, but definitely if you look at this third party kit, it looks amazing. It's going in at 79,000 yen. I would say for that price, it's considered cheap given the amount of engineering and detail they put into, and it's a kit that Bandai don't have yet, right? So it's definitely worth getting if you're at C3 AFA Tokyo, Japan. There was also some 3 mobile suit released at the Volks booth, and I was kind of wondering what this means as well. Does this mean Volks as a brand is going to be releasing Gunpla kits again? So that would be actually quite interesting if they do, right? They will be a little bit more pricier, but I seriously wouldn't mind, you know, whether this is a fixed figure or an actual model kit from Volks. Let's see if anyone has more details, please do share with us. And finally, Zoids is also exhibiting at the C3 AFA Summer Japan, but there's nothing new. Most of the items, such as the upgrade packs, weapon packs, was already released and announced a couple of weeks back, so there was no actual new product or Zoids to speak that was being announced at the show. But nevertheless, I mean, if you look at the Battle Torn CT display, it's simply amazing, and I really like how they painted some of the Zoids to be, you know, very weathered from the war, and it's very dirty, camouflage. Definitely looks amazing. So wish I could be there to check out this amazing display from Takara Tomy for the Zoids line. So that's our coverage for C3 AFA. It's not a complete coverage, but I think we're really excited about the Games Workshop model kit, we hope, the Mobile Suit conclusion, obviously, and the Xaku Zwei. Seriously, it looks amazing, even though it's really expensive at 79,000 yen, and also the Pod Ball, Mobile Suit Ball that's coming up very soon in Gashapon format. We'll definitely be looking out for that. It's only 400 yen each, so not too expensive, yeah? So that's our coverage for today. If you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing and hit the like button, you know, if you can. Thank you for watching. See you guys and have a great weekend.